travel with me. Hey fellow humans, Mina here. Welcome back to another walk and talk video. If you've read the title of this video, which I'm assuming I'm going to name something like working on my second book, which is true, then you'll know what this video is about, obviously. So it's kind of like a vlog video, which pretty much all these walk and talk videos are technically vlogs in my opinion. But it's not like, watch me do the writing stuff, because I don't feel like filming that, and I mostly write on a downtime at work, and I got other people around me, so that's just awkward, and I don't want to edit them out or anything. So yeah, but I am working on book 2. This is just kind of an update video. I guess I'm doing a little early February update, but it's still February, so yeah, whatever. Anyway, book 2, I mentioned before, I'm sure, that don't want to get hit by cars as we cross the road. Book 2 has been written. I wrote that in 2020, I think. So yeah, I've been 2020 or 2021, one of those years. I honestly don't remember at this moment. But yeah, sometime after 2020, I was waiting for the edits of South to come back from my editor. And so what do you do when you're waiting for your book to come back? You write another one. I wrote it in a month, and it wasn't during Nano or anything. It was during desk warming season. So but at the time it was a novella, and I've since upped the word count and fixed the story to make it a novel. Still not at the word count I want, but it is a novel at this current time. It's no longer a novella as originally planned, because it wasn't going to be a novella. And then I was like, let's flesh this out. I really like these characters. So I did some edits on it since then, and I've sent it to some people to look at, and I've got it back, and I'm working on their edits now. But while I really love the story, I still think it's a hella dope story and an important one to tell. Technically not a romance, because they get together right at the start. It's a self-discovery story, but there's still romance in it, because we gotta do the LGBT plus romance, because that's my thing. Anyway, at least it is for now. So yeah, while working on this, I realized there are some minor things that can be major things that need to be rearranged and fixed in order to make this absolute best story it could be. And I want to finish those edits I got first. I'm also currently, what I started this week was Christmas decorations are still up. They do that here in Korea. It'd be June, and they're still playing Christmas music. I don't know why they do that. Anyway, side note before I go anywhere, this BHC chicken place is my favorite chicken place in Korea. Love that. Anyway, what I've been doing is I bought a pack of study cards, which I bought 2, one for actually studying Korean and one for this, where I'm writing music. There's music somewhere over here. I don't know if you can hear that, and I think it's actually someone playing. Anyway, I've been writing. I'm currently reading each chapter, and on each cue card I'm writing every main thing that happens in each chapter. And so it's gonna take just a little bit, because many chapters, and I just started. So, and I gotta read everything and then write what's important. But when I've finally done that, here's what I plan on doing. I'm gonna lay them all out on the table and not get hit by cars, and lay them all out. I'm gonna rearrange them. I want to see what's really important, keep that, and what some scenes that, even though I really love them, I know there are some scenes that I really love that are just not going to serve the story, and so they gotta go. Unfortunately, if you're an author, you know that pain. You write this really amazing scene, you're like, can I salvage it? And then you realize, like, no, this just won't work with the story, unfortunately. But obviously I'm gonna save the scene, like, as a different version on a document. I've never seen that hidden house before, but it's pretty. Anyway, and so that I won't, like, lose that writing forever, because, you know, I still like it, but it's not gonna work with the story. And then we're gonna rearrange some certain scenes, and we're gonna add some new ones, because I know there's some new things that need to be incorporated to help fix any issues. And we're gonna just let our cars come in, and we're gonna cross. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with book 2. And because I've been teasing book 2 for a while, book 2, by the way, is a continuation of South, but not really. It's a parallel novel, which I mentioned before. It takes place during part 2 of South, because the book's in 2 parts. And it features 2 brand new main characters, and I will reveal their names right now. Casey and Chen. Love those guys. They're an absolute blast to write. And anyway, if you actually scroll way back through my videos, you can actually find out what book 2 is called, because I'm pretty sure I said it back then. But we're just gonna, if you don't feel like scrolling, we're just gonna do a title reveal later, not today. Anyway, this is Casey and Chen's story, and it's different from Minami and AJ's in South. These guys already know who they are, but it's a self-discovery in a different sense, as opposed to Minami and AJ's story. So yeah, and I think it's an important one to tell, and it does really heavily rely on mental health, and there's some other plot points in this story that is not in South. And yeah, so characters from South actually do appear in book 2, but kind of as cameos. Like some scenes that were in South are now in this one, but from the perspective of Casey and Chen and their view, and you can kind of see what happens after Minami and AJ left, kind of thing, you know? So it's fun, but you technically don't have to have read South in order to read book 2, and book 2 and South are standalone, but they're not companions, but they go together. I'll do a video about parallel novels when I'm finally actually ready to, like, get into it. But yeah, book 2 is a parallel, as I just mentioned, and I'm hoping to finish the edits and write what I need to write, you know, hopefully this year, so that I get my ass in gear, because we don't want to wait 7 years like South to publish. It wouldn't have taken me 7 years to publish South if I didn't, like, take stupid long ass breaks in between, and we're hoping not to do that with book 2, but who knows, we'll see. I'm really into reading right now. I've already read like 21 books this year, and I would have read more, but I went to Japan for like a little bit. So can't read and write at the same time. I'm pretty sure that's impossible, at least for me. So can't do it all. Gotta work on my time management stuff, because I just really want to read all the books, and if I'm reading the books, I can't write the books, and you know how it is. So yeah, that's just a little update on what I'm doing with book 2 in the South universe stuff. And actually, if I get this book 2 formula right, like I want to, which I'll be sending it to beta readers once I finally finish all of this stuff. This video is mostly to kind of keep me accountable, I guess. I actually kind of want to try to traditionally publish it, just to see if I can. If I can, I'll do the South way, but yes, it's a continuation of South, but like I said, it could still be read standalone, so like, we've got enough. So that's book 2 from South if it's traditionally published. you know? Who knows? Anyway, we'll see. I might not. Who knows? I gotta at least finish the damn thing before we get into that. So, yeah. Speaking of South, that debut LGBT plus novel, which came out almost this time last year, South, is now available. You can buy that bad boy in paperback, hardback, ebook, any story you could possibly want. Links are in the description down below. And if you do, I'd appreciate a review on Amazon and or Goodreads. It helps an author out. Anywho, that's all I gotta say for now. If you want to keep hearing more about South, be sure to follow me on all your favorite socials. Links below. Stay safe and take care. Bye.